All your spending will be refunded 10 times over. But it's only good for 8 hours. With your insane spending skills, can you become the world's richest person in 8 hours? You're scrolling through your phone when a notification suddenly pops up in your head. Ding! Detected. Host dog emoji has been selected. The real-world tycoon system is now activated. For the next 8 hours, any legal purchase you make will be refunded to your account at 10 times the amount instantly. Warning: no direct transfers to others. You must make real transactions. When the 8-hour countdown ends, the system will disconnect. All funds from purchases stay with you, but there are no more refunds. Listening to that voice in your head, Ant-Man is stunned. Damn, you really sent a dog emoji. And the system actually got bound to you. As a rational quantitative trader, you don't believe in free lunches. But as an average worker, even with a 1 in 10,000 chance, you still want to try getting 10x cashback. If this is real, spend 5.5 yuan and get 5,555 back. Spend it and get 550,550 back. Or 5,500. In your mind, you instantly build an exponential growth model. USD feedback equals payback. \time. 1 + 2 to the power of n. The money needs to spin fast enough. This isn't a system. It's literally a perpetual motion machine. With that, you don't hesitate. Dragging your tired legs, you stumble out the door. There's a 24-hour convenience store downstairs. You walk in. The cashier on shift is dozing off at the counter. When he sees how dirty you look, his eyes fill with obvious disgust. What do you want? Hurry up, don't dirty the floor. You ignore his attitude. Your attention locked on the shelves behind him. You hesitate for a second, then grab a bottle of Evian with shaky hands. You walk to the counter. 5 yuan. The cashier grumbles and scans it. You pull out your phone. Open the payment code. Your finger pauses in the air, stops for half a second. Beep. Scan successful. Your phone vibrates. Payment complete? Looking at the 0.5 yuan left, your heart nearly stops. You stare at your screen, then fixate on the timer floating in the air. 7:55, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. It's like time is frozen. The cashier impatiently slams the receipt down. Just then, a burst of golden particles explodes across your retinas. Special effects. Next, a slot machine jackpot icon appears, spinning like crazy. Ding! Valid purchase. Detection successful. Cashback in progress. Almost instantly, your phone starts vibrating like crazy. A payment pop-up notification forces its way onto your shattered screen. Account ending in 8,892. Received at 22:05. Transfer income of 50 yuan. Note: stock dividends. Your pupils shrink to pinpoints. 5 yuan really became 50. A wave of indescribable excitement shoots from your tailbone to your scalp. That's the thrill of adrenaline surging. You suddenly look up. The dullness in your eyes burns away. Now they're lit up like a hungry wolf. The cashier is startled by your look, instinctively taking a step back. What are you doing? You say nothing. You grab the unopened bottle of Evian, tilt your head, and down it in one gulp. The cold water burns down your throat, instantly sobering you up. 50 bucks isn't nearly enough. You're still a billion times away from changing your life. Watching the 7-hour 55-minute timer tick, you slam the empty bottle on the counter. Gimme 10 packs of your most expensive cigarettes. The cashier is stunned. The priciest Zhonghua brand is 65 per pack.
He almost mocks this hobo-looking guy.
Sure, he can't afford it. Then you hold up your phone, with the balance 510.5 in huge numbers. He instantly laughs, thinking you can't afford it. But actually, you ignore him. Your eyes land on the Ferrero Rocher gift box behind him. 48 yuan. Alright, give me the gift box first. 3 seconds later, the golden numbers jump again in your vision. Valid purchase, 48. Cashback, 480. Phone vibrates. Balance, 482.5. The corners of your mouth finally curl into a smile. That smile grows wider and wider, until it becomes a crazed grin. From 5 yuan to 50. Took just 1 minute. From 50 up to 480. Barely 30 seconds. Your principal increased nearly 100-fold. In under 2 minutes, That's compound interest. That's the snowball of capital. Boss, you speak up again. This time, your voice is calm and strong, carrying an aura that's impossible to ignore. Even in your dirty clothes. Give me 10 boxes of the 48 yuan chocolate. Scan them separately, one box at a time. The cashier thinks you're nuts, but business is business. Fine, one box at a time, right? Low purchase, 48. Cashback 480. Balance, 914.5. Low purchase, 48. Cashback 480. Balance, 1,346.5. With the constant beep of the scanner, the golden numbers in your vision go wild. That wonderful sound is like the world's best symphony. In just 2 minutes, the counter is stacked with 10 boxes of chocolates, and your phone balance has shot up from 5.5 yuan to 4,800. The cashier looks at you, watching those payment notifications keep popping up. His scorn turns to confusion, then to shock. Bro, what is this? You ignore him, looking at the 4,000 plus in your hand. You frown. It's too slow, buying a few hundred at a convenience store, limited by product price and scan speed, is just too inefficient. You need more expensive goods and faster transactions. One look at the timer, 7:48. Time is ticking. Every second you're losing. Millions, maybe hundreds of millions in potential wealth. You grab all the chocolates off the counter, stuff them in your arms, making sure you physically take the goods, so the transaction is confirmed. Then you head out the door, setting your sights across the street. At the 24-hour electronics store, still lit up. They've got electronics going for thousands or even tens of thousands. Now that's the perfect money-making tool for this stage. You push open the heavy glass doors of the mall and make your way straight to the first floor, to the most eye-catching Apple store. Inside the glass display cases are the newest phones, laptops, and watches. Welcome. A saleswoman named Lily walked over. But when she saw your mud-covered sneakers and your dripping wet jacket, her polite smile suddenly froze. She stopped in her tracks. She instinctively waved the air in front of her nose, as if she smelled something off. Sir, you can't charge devices here, or take shelter from the rain. Lily's tone turned cold. There's an underpass to the left outside. It's roomy over there. You didn't get mad. Your years as a Wall Street trader made you used to worse snobbery. In this world, dignity has a clear price tag. You walked straight to the accessories section and pointed at a pair of white wireless noise-canceling headphones on the rack. How much is this? Lily rolled her eyes. She just crossed her arms and stood there. AirPods Max, 3,999. Sir, that's a display model. Don't mess with it. I'll take it. You pulled out your phone, opened your payment code, and moved smoothly. No extra words at all. Lily was stunned for a second. She seemed unsure what you said. I said, I'll take it. You turned your phone screen to her. Lily looked at you suspiciously with a guy named Lao Ma, then glanced again at your phone's spiderweb cracked screen. She thought you probably stole money from home, just to show off. Or maybe you just wanted to make trouble. Just so you know, no returns once opened. Lily muttered as she slowly picked a new box from under the counter. Payment succeeded, 3,999. Your phone buzzed. Your balance dropped to just a few hundred. But the next second, on your retina interface, only you could see, golden particles danced around. That giant bonus wheel appeared again. The pointer spun wildly and slammed to a stop at 10. Valid purchase, 3,999. At 10:25 p.m., your account got a transfer of 39,990 yuan. Note, offshore tech service fee. You watched your balance jump to over 40,000. A cold smirk showed on your lips. Now, that's real earning speed. Way faster than buying up chocolate at a convenience store. It's a whole different level. Want it packed up for you? Lily's attitude softened a little. But that's all. She turned to grab a bag. No need to pack it. Your voice sounded from behind her, so calm it almost soothed the room. Bring me 2 maxed out MacBooks. The top config now. Lily spun around, startled, eyes wide, staring at you. The Pro Max setup costs 25K each. 2 add up to 50,000. No more talk, my time's valuable. You'd already done the math. Checkout at the flagship store takes about 45 seconds per transaction. Buying one at a time. You could crash through millions in a day max. To buy out the whole place like you want, you have to up the amount per transaction. But anything over 50K needs the manager's approval. Get your manager over here. You didn't raise your voice, but the money's no object vibe showed. It made Lily shrink back a little. She fumbled for the walkie-talkie. 1 minute later, a man in a suit, gelled hair walked up. He was the manager. Sir, I'm the store manager. You sure you want 2 top specs? He eyed you up and down, still looking skeptical. You didn't bother to explain. You're short on time. 7:35. The countdown hangs above your head, like a Damocles sword. I want more than just 2. You scanned the whole store and pointed at rows of new phones behind the counter. Those iPhone 17 Pro Maxes? How many 1 TBs you got? The manager froze. About 30, I think. I'll take them all. Dead silent. The air in the whole store felt frozen. A few people browsing their phones nearby all stopped what they were doing, looking at you like they just saw an alien. I said I'll take them all. The manager snapped to it. Voice totally changed. Sir, this is a deal for 3 to 400 grand. You're not joking, right? We don't do payment plans here. Or credit checks. Just card or QR code. Your face stayed blank. But I've got one condition. What's that? I need to pay in batches. Your mind was racing, calculating how fast you could turn over the money. First, pay for 2 laptops. After that, buy 10 phones. Then finish the rest. Move fast. I'm in a hurry. You've only got 40K right now. Not enough for everything. But you can use your system's cashback setup, so the bonus from one buys the next. And so on. This is the ultimate money shuffle. High-frequency flip trading. The manager didn't like it, but couldn't turn down easy commission. He waved 2 staff over to prep stock. At the register, you paid for 2 laptops first. Total, 50,000. Wait, you catch yourself. Almost messed up your math. You just got 39,990 cash back on the headphones. Plus a few hundred left from before, so just over 40,000 total. 2 top laptops is 50K. Just do one for now. You corrected yourself. That's 25,000. Spent 25,000. 15,000 left. 3 seconds later, cashback 250K. Your balance shot up to over 260K. Your heart raced, but your face didn't show it. All right, the other laptop. Plus 10 phones altogether now. You tapped the counter, urging the manager whose hands were shaking. He'd never seen anyone buy like this. 1 laptop, 25,000. 10 phones, 130,000. Total, 155,000. Spent, 155,000. Cashback, 1,550,000. You closed your eyes, took a deep breath. You made $1 million in less than 10 minutes. From penniless beggar to a millionaire. This kind of power is more addictive than the markets. Sir. The manager's voice was trembling. The look in his eyes had totally changed. He no longer saw you as a beggar, but as a god of wealth. Do you want the rest too? The rest? You opened your eyes, staring at the mountain of white boxes on the counter. This stuff means nothing to you now. It doesn't matter to you anymore. I can't take the rest of these packages. You glance outside the door. Is there delivery service? Of course, absolutely. Super fast delivery. Private transport for your order. The manager nods and bows. He grins from ear to ear. We'll deliver it right to Jinshui Bridge, to the trash station by that public restroom. You say calmly. The manager and all the staff freeze. Didn't you get it? Take it there. You pause. A mocking look flashes in your eyes. Do whatever you want with it. Throw it away, I don't care. Split it up if you want. I paid, that's it. You turn and walk out, leaving everyone inside in shock. You step out of the mall. You check the 1.6 million in your account. Your phone suddenly vibrates. An unknown number pops up. Zhao Bao. That creepy voice comes through with static. You're good at hiding, huh? But my guy saw you at the electronics market. Looks like you've got a secret stash. In 50 minutes, if I don't see you in 500K at the usual spot, I'll go and pull your dad's oxygen tube. Call-ins. Your fingers turn white gripping the phone. You grit your teeth, Zhao Bao. Murderous rage in your eyes. You want to play? Tonight, I'll buy your life with cash. 1.6 million is a huge sum to most. But for your compounding plan, it's just an awkward middle number. It is enough to pay off Xiao Biao's loan. But paying now is like handing over your principal. System says cashback on spending to pay debts. Does paying debt count? Or is it just shopping? System didn't clarify. But you can't risk it. If paying debts doesn't count as spending, this 1.6 mil is just gone. You'd lose your cash. And you're shot at snowballing more money. Only 7 hours left. You'd be broke again. So you have to turn this 1.6 mil into goods. Trigger the cashback. Get your 16 million. Then use a tiny bit of it to crush Xiao Bao. That's the smartest way. Thinking that, you hail a cab. Hand the driver 200 cash. Go to the biggest gold store nearby. Get me there in 5 minutes. Keep the change. The driver floors it. The cab shoots out like an arrow. 5 minutes later, bright gold jewelry shines with tacky light. You walk up to the counter. No small talk. Bring out all your gold bars. The clerk is a middle-aged lady. She's seen a lot. But your vibe still shocks her. Sir, today's gold price is 480 per gram. Biggest we have is 1 kilogram bar. How many do you want? You check your balance. 1.6 mil can get about 3 bars. I'll take 3 first. You pull out the newly linked bank card. Card, please. Okay. 3 1 kilo bars. That's 1.44 million. She works the computer. Sir, your ID, please. Big gold purchases need real name registry. You hand her your muddy ID card. The card reader beeps. Then a loud alarm blares. She frowns at the screen. Sir, your card is restricted. What? Your heart sinks? Damn, bank security. She returns your card. She explains, you usually have small transactions. But tonight, you're trying massive spending in a different city. It triggered the bank's anti-laundering flags. Your card is frozen for non-teller transactions. You feel a chill run up your spine. Bank controls you planned everything. The compounding model. Even timed it right, but forgot about sudden wealth. That alone is suspicious. Shit. You slam the counter hard. It makes security look over. If you can't swipe the card, you can't spend. No spending, no cashback. No cashback means you're stuck with a frozen 1.6 mil. Pretty much broke. And there's less than 30 minutes left by Xiao Biao's deadline. Any other way to pay? You ask through gritted teeth. There is, but third-party apps also have daily limits. She sighs, helpless. Normal users get only 50 or 100,000 max daily. We're talking millions here. Your brain is on fire. Desperate you have a mountain of gold, but can't dig it out. Suddenly, your phone vibrates again. Nope, not a call. It's a text from your bank. Dear client from CCB, your account is under temporary protection. To unlock, please come to a branch with ID, or reply to this text to verify. You stare at the text. Then your eyes land on an ad by the counter. We accept digital yuan here. Gold buyback and physical trades.
Exchange.
A crazy idea hits you. What if you skip payment channels and use regular transfers instead? Unless the system blocks it, just wire the money. But you suddenly look up. Is the boss here? I'm the store manager. A man with gold glasses steps out from the back. He'd been watching you the whole time. Having trouble, young man? You lock eyes with him, speaking super fast. I've got money, it's just locked. I need gold now. Do you do trades like this? Do you accept? A bargain bet? What do you mean? The manager squints. Split payments. You raise your phone. I'll use WeChat, Alipay, and UnionPay. Every channel available. Each channel up to its limit. Even if it's just a single necklace. I'll buy it, but here's my ask. You take a deep breath. Your aura turns fierce. Every time I buy, you instantly buy the gold back. And give me cash. Or transfer it to another card of mine not under security review. The manager is stunned. Are you crazy? You'd lose 20%, all in fees and depreciation. What's in it for you? In this world, no one does loss-making deals like this. Buying gold bars. Sell right now. Instant 20% loss. But that's your way out. So what if you lose 20%? The system cashback is 1,000%. All you have to do is buy. The system counts it as a successful purchase. Cashback will be credited. The cash from selling back the gold is just to bypass risk control and create new liquidity. Doesn't matter how much I lose. You slap your phone on the counter, eyes blazing. If you don't want in, I'll go somewhere else. If you won't take free money, someone else will. The manager stares at you for 3 seconds, like he's looking at a money dispenser. Businessmen chase profit. A deal with zero risk and guaranteed profit. Only a fool would pass it up. The manager claps his leg. Zhao Li, start the transaction, since this boss wants to play. Let's have some real fun with him. So this weird transaction begins. This necklace, 50,000 yuan. Scan to spend 50,000. System returns 500,000. Recycle with a service fee. You get 40,000 cash back. You take the 40,000 in cash, plus that little bit from cashback, and go straight to the next round each time you trade. You're losing real money, but your system balance is growing crazy fast. 5 million, 8 million, 12 million in just 20 minutes. Right here in this gold shop, you've done dozens of buy-sell loops. The manager can't stop smiling. He's made hundreds of thousands from fees alone. And you, staring at the final system balance, finally breathe a sigh of relief. Available assets, 25 million yuan. You've punched through risk control. Main account is still frozen, but the money scattered in side accounts and cash is enough for anything. You grab the 500 grams gold bar from your last deal, off the counter, and don't sell it back. This gold bar is heavy, cold and solid. Thanks, you say to the manager. At that moment, suddenly tires screech outside. 3 black vans slam to a halt at the store. Doors swing open. A dozen thugs with pipes and knives rush out. The leader is Zhao Bao. He looks fierce, water streaming down his bald head. He spots you at the counter right away. Kid, you're really here. Zhao Bao sneers and pushes past the stunned guard, storms into the shop. Lu Ming, your time's up. Where's the money? If you don't have it, I'll bleed you right here in this store. Customers scream and scatter. The manager ducks behind the counter, scared. You don't even move to call the cops. You're back to Zhao Bao, playing with the gold bar, then slowly turn around. Zero fear on your face, just cold, towering indifference. Zhao Bao, you say quietly. But in the silent store, it's crystal clear. 50,000, right? Your stare rattles Zhao Bao a bit, but backed by his nen. Fine, cut the crap. With interest, 550,000. Not a penny less. Suddenly, a huge crash. You swing your arm up. That 500 grams gold bar in your hand turns into a blur of gold and smashes right by Zhao Biao's feet. The marble tile shatters instantly, and the gold bar is buried deep. Zhao Bao jumped back in fear. His face turned pale. Here's 500,000. You point at the gold bar on the floor. Isn't it yours now? As Zhao Bao finally reacted, you pulled out something from your jacket again. It was what the store manager returned to you. Stacks of crisp 100 yuan bills. You threw the first bundle right at Zhao Biao's face. Blood gushed from his nose. This 10,000 is for your hospital bill. The second bundle hit his chest. This 10,000 is for your mental suffering. You slammed down each bundle step by step. Every wad of cash hit like a brick, smashed hard into Zhao Bao and his goons. Red notes flew everywhere like a rainstorm, swallowing everything in seconds. Pure violence and arrogance. Pick them up. You roared. Your voice boomed like thunder. Don't you all love money? Get on the ground and pick it up like dogs. In that instant, Zhao Bao stared at all the cash, then looked up at you, this man like a devil.
His legs actually started shaking.
The once terrifying thugs all silently let go of their steel pipes, greedily eyeing the cash on the floor. But no one dared move. You walked up to Zhao Bao, picked up the gold bar, gently patted Zhao Bao. Sweaty and bald, take this gold and get lost. You leaned in close to his ear and whispered, tell that so-called big boss, this is just the interest. I want to have some real fun with him. Zhao Bao swallowed hard. He's been around the block, but he's never seen someone crazy enough to use cash as weapons. People like this are scarier than violence itself. They reek of bloody capitalism. Go, move. Xiao Bao grabbed the gold bar and called his men to retreat in a panic. The jewelry store fell silent again. Bills scattered everywhere. You stood in the center of the cash pile. Your body swayed slightly. Adrenaline fading left you weak. You glance at the countdown. 6:45 left. Not even 7 hours to go. First round is done. But this was just the beginner's tutorial. The real game starts now. You need bigger leverage. You pull out your phone. Dialed a long-forgotten number. Someone you once trusted most. But who betrayed you deepest? Your old partner. And left you with a mess. The company's CFO. Hey, Lao Zhang. Your voice turned icy calm. I'm buying a public company.
Tonight,
Night Paris in the old district. You sat in the corner. A shattered phone sitting in front of you. Across from you sat a scruffy man. In a pilled sweater, middle-aged. His eyes were glazed over. Battling an almost empty bottle of Erguo. His hands shook like he had Parkinson's. This was Zhang Chenggang. 3 years ago, he was a legendary CFO in Heisi, a master of complex deals and tax planning. Now, after the scandal that bankrupted you, he'd been blacklisted by the industry. His wife left him. House got auctioned off. Now he just drifted around red light districts, wasting away at night stalls. You want to buy Qinxing Heavy Industries? Lao Zhang burped from alcohol. Mockery flashed in his cloudy eyes like you were crazy. Did you hit your head or something? It's just an empty shell company, but even that is worth over 2 billion. How are you buying it? With your life on the line. You stayed silent, just pushed your phone over, pulled up the balance. Lao Zhang glanced at it carelessly, was about to laugh at you, then suddenly froze like he'd been electrocuted. He rubbed his eyes, leaned in for a closer look, then rubbed his mouth. His jaw slowly dropped, wide enough for an egg. Holy shit, 25 million. Lao Zhang instantly sobered up a bit. He snapped his head up, stared you right in the eye. Where'd you get this money? Did that bastard who vanished pay you back? No way, is he even still alive? It's clean money. You took your phone back. Voice calm. But for this plan, it's just petty cash. Lao Zhang took a deep breath, chugged from the bottle, trying to calm down. I need this money to move like water. No hurdles, no obstacles. Lao Zhang fell silent. He stared at you, as if seeing 3 years ago. That financial genius of Wall Street was really back, but scarier now. Back then, your eyes had light. Now they're just black holes. If you refuse,
take this 100 grand cash.
My treat for drinks. You pulled a bundle of cash from a black plastic bag by your feet, tossed it on the table. If you agree, you leaned in, lowered your voice, devil-like. After tonight, in Heishi's financial world, you'll be the one who makes the rules. Lao Zhang stared at the cash, then at you. At last, he slammed the bottle to the ground. Glass shards flew everywhere. Not like I'm anybody now. Lao Zhang yelled, eyes red. Fine, your call. Where do we strike first? You smirked, got to your feet. Take off that ragged sweater. Let's buy a car. Buy a car? Lao Zhang was dumbfounded. Aren't we buying a company? Why a car? To get around, you straightened your collar and stared at the luxury car showroom amid the rain. Lights are for generating cash flow. Heishi International Raceway. Supercar meets. When you and Lao Zhang, now neatly dressed, walked into the lobby, the sales director frowned slightly. You smelled less muddy now, but that desperate edge about you clashed with all this luxury. Once your 25 million balance was verified, the director broke into a huge smile. Welcome, sir. What would you like to see tonight? We just got a Bugatti Chiron in. Goes for 32 million. If you're interested. Too cheap. You cut him off. The director was speechless. A 30 million car. And it's too cheap? You stood by the second floor railing, looking down at the whole showroom. To your eyes, every car was just a cashback package waiting to be unlocked. With 25 million in hand, buy a 25 million car, get 250 million in cashback. Then use that to buy out the entire showroom. You point to the stage in the center, that silver sports car under the spotlight. Koenigsegg 1. The manager's eyes lit up. Sir, you have good taste. This is our crown jewel. Only 6 of these in the world. Price, 25.6 million. But since it's a collector's edition, there's a markup to get it. Out the door, it's around 28 million. But you only have 25.6 million on hand. Old Zhang turned around. Old Zhang instantly understood. His palms were all sweaty, but he still put on his old negotiator act. He pushed up his glasses. 25 million. If you won't sell, we'll just go next door to the Ferrari center and clear out their inventory. The manager's face changed. Clear out Ferrari inventory. That's a bold claim, but looking into your calm eyes, he didn't dare doubt you. I'll need to check with the boss. Just a minute. Check your watch. I'll give you 1 minute. The manager runs off, wiping his sweat to make a call. Old Zhang leans in and whispers, "You're crazy. Spending all your money on a single car? What after you buy it? You can't immediately cash out that car. Zero liquidity. Aren't we supposed to gather 600 million? Who said I want to cash it out?" You look at the supercar downstairs and smirk. "I just need to buy it." This move 30 seconds later. The manager runs back. "Boss agreed. 25 million. Pay in full now. We'll transfer right away." Swipe. You hand over your card. This time because of Old Zhang. Emergency PR was handled on the way thanks to your contacts. And spreading out the transfers. The channels went through for now. Payment successful. Your heart is in your throat again. This is the biggest bet yet. If the system decides now that buying a car counts as asset exchange and not spending, or if it gets stuck at this amount. The air froze for a second. Then that familiar golden roulette shows up again, spinning. This time the flash is so bright it hurts your eyes. Huge spending complete. Critical bonus triggered. 1000% cashback. Cashback incoming. Your phone starts vibrating like crazy in your pocket, like it's about to explode. You take out your phone and see a bank text pop up. Your offshore trust account just received 250 million RMB. Note, family fund dividend. 250 million. You exhale slowly, feeling your back is drenched in sweat. You turn to look at the still running POS machine. The very respectful manager. "Car keys, please." The manager hands them over with both hands. That carbon fiber key shaped like a shield. "Congrats, sir. This supercar is now yours. Would you like us to arrange a car delivery ceremony?" "No need, you take the keys. Toss them in your hand. Then you do something everyone there, including Old Zhang, the manager, security, and other customers, will never forget. With a flick of your hand, you throw that precious car key right into the indoor fountain on the first floor. Splash. Water sprays up. The whole place goes silent. Sir, the manager's jaw almost hits the floor. You going with, "I don't like the color," you say calmly. Then you point at the rest of the cars in the hall. Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, Porsche. About 40 cars in total, except for that one. You point at the Koenigsegg in the fountain. "The rest I'll take them all." "All of them?" The manager thinks his hearing is messed up. "Don't you get what I'm saying? Your whole vibe is different now. If before you were just a rich upstart, now you're a true legend. 250 million in cash in hand. The whole showroom looks like a toy store to you. Time to tally up." You look at Old Zhang. "Go check the numbers with them. As long as you can swipe the card right now, doesn't matter if it's new or used. Just keep the total under 200 million. Old Zhang's hands are shaking, but his eyes are shining even more. The moon is crazy about this money game. "Got it, leave it to me." Old Zhang rushed to the counter, grabbed the calculator.
His fingers danced.
Like playing piano keys. This 911, this Aventador. Bundle them for a 5% discount. No deal without a discount. Hurry up and give me the contract. The whole luxury car dealership turned into chaos. All the salespeople went wild. They sprinted around with the contracts. The accounting printer nearly caught fire. You stand on the second floor, watching the madness downstairs. Every card swipe, every signature. Your system interface goes haywire. 8 million spent. Get 80 million in cashback for 12 million spent. Get 120 million cashback for 50 million spent. Cashback of 50 million. The numbers in the fund pool are growing at a terrifying speed. 350 million, 500 million, 800 million. 1 billion in half an hour. The whole showroom got wiped out. Every car had a sold tag. Old Zhang collapsed on the couch. His voice was gone. His tie was crooked, but his face was flushed. After calculating, you spent 180 million in total. Bought 42 cars. You glanced at the system balance. Current available assets, 2 billion 50 million. 2 billion plus all your real estate. Your net worth just jumped nearly 100 times in 1 hour. What do we do with these cars? Old Zhang gasps. We have nowhere to park them, and no time to deal with them. You walk to the railing, looking at all those steel monsters that belong to you. Just get some trucks to move a few. Haul them to the front gate of Tianjin Heavy Industries. Your eyes go cold. Block the gate. That's the first fortress we're going to conquer. The CBD is by the sea. Tianheng Tower. Countdown, 4:30. An odd motorcade in the rainy night, speeding down the city's main road. Dozens of trucks, loaded with all kinds of top-tier hypercars, like a steel dragon, heading straight for the CBD. You ride in the lead car, the only saved Koenigsegg, riding shotgun. Old Zhang's driving, his hands still shaking. Neon lights zoom past the window. Our money flow has drawn attention. Old Zhang drives, watching the rearview mirror. A few friends at the bank just messaged me. They asked if I was helping a money laundering gang. Even though our accounts are scattered, all the money is gathered too, obviously. If this keeps up, half an hour tops. Ding Zun is gonna get involved. Half an hour is enough. You check documents on your tablet. All the inside info on Tianjin Heavy Industries. It's a typical zombie company. Main business is dead, drowning in debt. But it's got a listing qualification, plus a piece of industrial land downtown. So it's a target for all the big money. Right now, the real boss is Wang Tianba, a coal boss turned real estate guy. He's been trying to sell it, but asks for too much. And the buyer has to take all hidden debts too. We need to meet Wang Tianba. No way, Old Zhang shakes his head. That guy's probably at Yunding Club, partying with models. Besides, I heard young Master Zhao from the Gold Circle is eyeing this too. He's talking with Wang now. We're just strangers. Can't even get in the door. Then break the door.
10 minutes later.
Under Tianjin Tower, the massive line of trucks blocked the front gate completely. Millions of dollars worth of sports cars just piled up at the door like trash. Red and blue police lights flashing. Security is totally stunned. You get out and look at the dark main gate. Call Wang Tianba. Tell him someone's here with money. If he doesn't show in 10 minutes, I'm sending all his company's bad accounts to the Securities Commission. You pat the stack of files in your hand. Old Zhang just sorted those out. Tianjin Heavy Industries financial loopholes. Old Zhang takes a deep breath, dials the number. 5 minutes later, a black Maybach with a Beijing plate stops outside with screeching brakes. Wang Tianba jumps out of the car, reeking of booze. 4 huge bodyguards behind him. Who the hell dares block my door? Looking for death, huh? Wang Tianba sees the pile of supercars, freezes for a second, then bursts with anger. You stand in the rain. Old Zhang and the Koenigsegg behind you. Nice to meet you, Mr. Wang. I'm Luming. You skip the small talk. Go straight to the point. I want to buy your company. A full buyout. Wang Tianba squints his beady eyes, sizes up Luming. Where'd this bold kid come from? You know how much debt I have? You know how much young Master Zhao is offering? No matter what Zhao offers, I'll pay double. Wang Tianba freezes, then bursts out laughing. Double? Do you even get what you're saying, kid? Zhao's bidding 100 million just for the signing fee, plus taking on all the debts. I have 2 billion in debt. You'll pay double? Do you have 4 billion? You show no emotion. 4 billion. You only have 2 billion in cash now. But you have the system. I can pay the deposit right now. You pull out your phone. 500 million in cash instantly transfers. Wang Tianba's laugh stops dead. In an era where cash is king, only a handful can come up with 500 million cash instantly. Not more than a handful in the whole city. You're serious, but I have one condition. You take a step forward. This deal can't use an equity transfer. Both Wang and Old Zhang freeze. Buying a company, no equity transfer? Then what? I'm buying your asset bundle. You point at the building and the old factory out back. I want your land, equipment, inventory, patents, plus your debts. I'll pay you as asset and service purchases. Then you gift me the equity for free. This is your killer consumption payout strategy. If I just bought equity, the system might tag it as an investment. No cashback. But if it's land and equipment and debt handling services, then it's consumption. As long as it's consumption, I get 10x cashback. Wang Tianba's eyes dart around. It's all the same to him. As long as the money lands, he could even dodge taxes. Fine, but what about Zhao? I'll give you 1 billion cash. Straight up offer. Your tone's chill, like buying groceries. Half of that is for asset purchases. The other 500 million is for your emotional damages. You take the money and get out of the country right away. If young Master Zhao can't get the 1 billion, Wang Tianba is breathing hard. Deal. Wang Tianba's got guts too. He makes a quick decision. Once the money arrives, all company seals, licenses, and contracts are yours immediately. Old Zhang. Your contract. Right as Old Zhang pulls out his laptop, ready to start working right here, a blinding high beam light suddenly interrupts everyone. Another fleet of cars rushes in, all black Audi A8 South, with a Rolls Royce in the middle. The Phantom's door opens. A young man in a white suit, wearing gold-rimmed glasses, steps out. Behind him aren't bodyguards, but a group of lawyers and accountants in uniforms. Mr. Wang, it's pretty late. Who are you doing business with? The young man speaks gently, but there's an icy chill in his words. Wang Tianba sees the guy. His legs go weak. Zhao Yang, Master Zhao. Zhao Wuji doesn't even look at Wang Tianba. He walks straight up to you. He's half a head taller than you. Looks down at you, covered in mud and rain. This money quant trader just went bankrupt 3 days ago. Zhao pushes his glasses and somehow gets all your info spot on. I want to know what method you used to get 2 billion in just 4 hours. Your pupils shrink. This guy is dangerous. Zhao Wuji represents the true old money family. Their intel network is everywhere. That's not your business. You say coldly. True, not your business. Because no matter how much money you got, you're not buying this company. Zhao Wuji snaps his fingers. A lawyer behind him hands over a document.
10 minutes ago.
I held a creditors meeting and froze all Qingjing Heavy Industries assets. Wang Tianba isn't qualified to sell anything to you now. Every brick here, every sheet of paper, is covered by the court's asset freeze. This battle isn't just about the money. It's about power-crushing power. Once assets are frozen, no deals can be made. You can't spend. And if you can't spend, you can't cash out. If you can't cash out, your 2 billion hits a dead end. Wang Tianba shrinks away, too scared to speak. Old Zhang goes pale too. Asset freeze is a big problem. Takes at least 3 months to unlock. We don't have that kind of time. You stare at Zhao Wuji's lofty face. Zhao Wuji is smiling. That cat and mouse mocking smile. Sir, it looks like your game is over. But I am curious about your money source. If you want to be my dog, I might help you pay off that $500,000 loan. You suddenly laugh. Your shoulders shake with laughter. Young Master Zhao, you really know law. You lift your head, eyes burning with madness. But you don't get what money really is. You turn and look at Tianheng Tower. Old Zhang, how much total debt does this company have? 2.2 billion. You nod. Then look at Zhao Wuji. So you say the assets are frozen. No buying or selling. But paying off someone else's debt, is that a deal? Zhao Wuji frowns. You raise your phone to the sky, like you're speaking to some unseen system. Listen up, system. I want to buy a service. This service is called corporate credit restoration. Specifically, I'm paying off all Jianxing Heavy Industries debts in full. I'm not buying the company. I'm doing charity. Everyone's shocked. Zhao Wuji's expression finally breaks. You're crazy. You're paying their 2.2 billion. You won't get a single asset. You're literally giving money away. In this world, no one would do that, pay someone else's debt. You end up with nothing. This is pure money burning. But to you, it's the ultimate loophole in the system's rules. Spending equals expenses, with no expectation of return. If you don't want equity and just repay debt, this is the highest form of spending. You're buying credibility, an intangible asset. In the system's judgment, The red text on the retina flashes intensely. Even the system itself is crashing from your wild logic. You're gambling. You're betting the system's core logic is about moving money, not commercial profits. 1 second.
2 seconds.
The air feels like it's about to explode. Ding. Judgment. Service purchased, corporate reputation restructuring by behavior nature. Intangible asset expense, 2.2 billion yuan. You press your fingerprint without hesitation. Payment complete. The 2 billion cash you just saved, plus tens of millions in change, is wiped out instantly. Balance drops to zero. Zhao Wuji stares at his phone, where a creditor and freeze notice pops up. He's totally stunned.
He's never seen a move like this.
A suicide attack. What's your angle? Zhao Wuji mutters to himself. At that moment, your body erupts in an unprecedented golden glow. It's so bright. It overshadows the building's spotlight. Level 10 spending achieved. Hidden achievement savior multiplier triggered at 2000%. Cashback credited, 44 billion yuan. 44 billion. You slowly open your eyes, feeling a number big enough to buy half of Heishi City. Echoing in your mind, you walk up to Zhao Wuji, who looks totally paralyzed, and gently straighten his tie. Mr. Zhao, your voice is soft, but it's like thunder. That 2.2 billion just now? I treated you. Now this company has no debt. And nothing frozen either. But I don't want to buy it anymore. You point to the ground at your feet. I want to buy the entire CBD.
Top floor office, Tenching Tower.
Countdown. 4 o'clock. Rain stopped. But the air in Heishi is even heavier than during the downpour. Feels like a light touch. Could make water drip. Zhao Wuji leaves,
Taking his star lawyers and crushed pride. He flees Tianqing Tower in disgrace.
but the look he gave before leaving is like a poisonous snake, cold and full of relentless hatred. You stand by the floor-to-ceiling window, overlooking the dazzling CBD below. This is the heart of Heishi City. In every skyscraper flows billions in capital. Now, in your hands, is the power to cut right through its heart. 44 billion quietly sits on the system's holographic display, glowing with a sinister red light. This isn't just money. It's nuclear power. Old Zhang pushes the door in, holding a cup of instant coffee. His hand shakes, nearly spilling it. He just checked at the finance office. He knew you were loaded, but then he saw the balance on your debt repayment black card. So many digits. Almost gave him a heart attack. Zhao Wuji won't let this go. Old Zhang's voice is raspy.
He's heir to the Zhao Group.
The Zhao family controls 30% of Heishi's business, including real estate and logistics networks. I just got word. The financial circles have blacklisted us. No investment bank will take our case. And no broker will help us buy buildings. You take the coffee for a sip, the bitterness hitting your taste buds. Blacklist, you smile coolly. In this world, there's no wall you can't break, only a dull pickaxe. You set your coffee cup on your pricey mahogany desk and point to the huge LED screen outside the window. It's Tenching Tower's giant wall display, facing the whole CBD plaza. Old Zhang, I want to post a job ad. Job ad? Where would you post it now? Even headhunters won't answer the phone. Don't need headhunters. Your eyes burn with excitement. I want to recruit across the whole city. Right on this screen. Using the biggest font and brightest light. What'll it say? You think for a moment, then speak. The line later immortalized in finance history. Hiring temporary traders. Must know how to spend money. Hourly pay, 1 million. Paid on the spot. Old Zhang can't help but spill his coffee. 1 million? Shishin, are you trying to hire Buffett? I want wolves. You straighten your collar. The Zhao family can block competitors. But can they block human nature? I want to build a mercenary team that only cares about money. Tonight I'll start a people's war. Countdown, 3:45. The CBD plaza, usually empty at night, is now buzzing like a pot boiling. Tianqing Tower. Its massive LED screen, hundreds of square meters, lights up suddenly. No flashy design. Just black background, white bold letters dripping with blood. Hourly pay, 1 million. Come to the top floor of Tianqing Tower. Bring your brains and your greed. These words hit like a depth charge, instantly blowing up anxiety and desire across the city. Office workers just off the clock, White collars hustling in the city, talented finance grunts feeling stuck, even washed-up traders eating street food. Everyone looks up. First, it's disbelief. Then someone sees. A programmer in slippers rush into the tower.
10 minutes later.
He comes out holding a black plastic bag. Opens it right there. Inside is exactly 1 million in cash. The crowd goes wild. Within 15 minutes, the first floor lobby of Tianqing Tower is jam-packed. Police step in to keep order. But with this blatant cash offer, the barricades are useless. Top floor meeting room, which has now been repurposed into a temporary command center. Dozens of servers brought in. Countless cables crawling everywhere like spider webs. You sit at the head chair. 30 people face you, selected from thousands. The elite. Among them are quant geniuses fired by Wall Street, hackers, actuaries, even a fresh out-of-jail con artist. Their only common trait is the hungry Wolf look in their eyes. Enough talk. You point to the big screen behind you. On it, a detailed map of Heishu CBD. Every block marked with a price. I've got 44 billion in cash here. You toss the black card onto the middle of the table, making a crisp sound. Everyone in the room gulps. You have one task. Spend it all. Stand up. Put your hands on the table, like an eager investor. I want to buy up all liquidity in the CBD. Remember, I don't buy the cheap stuff. Too slow. I'll buy bonds. Buy options, buy lease rights. I want you guys within an hour to acquire all shares under the Zhao Consortium. Buy all circulating stock of their public companies. Clear their mall inventory. Book every hotel room they have for the next 10 years. Anything you can scan, or swipe, or a contract. Buy it all. That ex-con scammer raised his hand. His voice shook. Boss, is this a hostile takeover? No, this is saturation spending. You give him a cold look. If trouble comes, I'll take the blame. But the profits go to you. Now, even if it's just buying air, as long as there's an invoice, I'll accept it. Actions spark at your command. This mercenary team of outlaws starts moving like crazy. Keyboards click like heavy rain. This is Team A locking onto Zhao Department Store's online mall. Clearing every scoop. Estimated spend, 200 million.
Team B reporting.
Contacted the 3 main creditors of Zhao Real Estate, negotiating to buy a 2 billion bad debt package. Using OTA platforms to book all 5-star hotels citywide. Total for next year. Executive suites alone estimated at 500 million spent. You sit at the command desk, watching numbers on the system screen go wild. Spent 200 million. Cashback 2 billion. Spent 500 million. Cashback 5 billion. The money pool keeps rising, not shrinking. It grows like a tsunami. 40 billion, 60 billion, 80 billion. You feel warm fluid trickle from your nose. Your brain's pushing high-speed calculations, totally hyped. Blood vessels burst. But you don't care. Watching the screen. The Zhao Group tower boxed in red labels. That's Zhao Wuji's stronghold. Zhao Wuji, you wipe your nosebleed, showing your sharp white teeth. Block me? Now I'm buying you as my pet. Countdown. 3. Zhao Group HQ, Chairman's office. An expensive antique vase is smashed to pieces. Zhao Wuji stands in the office, face dark.
His father,
Current head of Zhao Consortium, Zhao Zhangguo, is sitting on the couch, smoking with a grim look. Can someone tell me, what is going on? Zhao Wuji roars. Why? Did our stock price jump 200% in an hour? Why was our inventory wiped out? Why was even our building's property company bought out? The secretary nervously reports, holding a tablet. Young master, it's looming. He's sweeping up everything. Not just shopping. He's buying up our supply chain. Just now, he bought all city logistics services, so our shipments can't leave. He also bought priority power supply contracts. Even what? Say it. Even spent 200 million to buy out our building. All cleaning staff and security labor contracts. Now the guards downstairs already took off their uniforms. They said you gave them 10 times pay and told them to clock out and go home. Zhao Wuji feels darkness closing in. What kind of thug move is this? Is it pulling the rug out? No, it's smashing the pot outright. Zhao Wuji looks at his father. Pull strings. Cut off his internet. Freeze all his accounts. This kid's lost his mind. If this keeps going, by tomorrow, the whole mess will belong to the Lu family. Zhao Jianguo exhales a thick cloud of smoke. His eyes are dark and cold. It's already being done. I've already called my old friends at the banking regulator. In 5 minutes, the citywide banking settlement system will undergo technical maintenance, no matter how much money he has. If he can't move it, it's just worthless paper. Zhao Jianguo stands up. He walks to the window, looking out at the brightly lit Tianhang Tower. Tell the power company to do a line check in the CBD area. I want to make him blind. The older guys really do have tricks up their sleeves. Cut off his funds. Cut off his power. This is a dimensional strike. Tianhang Tower, top floor command room. Countdown begins. 2 hours 50 minutes and 0 seconds. The once busy command room suddenly falls silent. All the computer screens pop up with network disconnected messages. Then the lights overhead flicker twice. With a snap, everything goes dark. Darkness falls. Only the moonlight outside the window barely shows the fear on everyone's faces. What's happening? We've lost power and internet. No cell signal either. What about the backup power? Why isn't even the backup kicking in? Panic starts spreading through the crowd. The hired guns who were just frantically trading are starting to freak out. They're here for the money. Now that's being cut off. Fear takes over instantly. It's the Zhao family making their move. Old Zhang in the dark fumbles to turn on his phone flashlight. His face goes pale. Full signal jamming. Physical power cut off. They're really trying to trap me in here. You sit in the dark, not moving a muscle. On your retina, your system interface is still glowing. It's the only light immune to physical laws. But that red countdown catches your eye. 2:48, no internet. No payments possible. No power, can't do anything. This move is brutal. Boss, what do we do now? Someone asks, choking back tears. Is this the end for us? You slowly stand up. Go to the big floor-to-ceiling window. All of CBD is in darkness except the Zhao building. Everything else is pitch black. This is a straight-up show of power. It's over. You stare at the Zhao building's blinding lights, like you're looking at a giant beast taunting you. The Zhao family thinks cutting off our net and power can shut down the flow of capital? You turn, your phone light hitting your face, casting a creepy shadow. Capital isn't just numbers or transfers, it's trust. As long as people are here, deals will keep going. You stride to the shattered doors, shout into the darkness at the crowd. Everyone, bring out your cash. The money we just took from the bank, and whatever you're carrying. Old Zhang has no clue what you're doing, but he listens anyway. A few black suitcases are opened. Inside is tens of millions in emergency cash, kept just for this kind of moment. It's not enough. You frown. System, I want to withdraw cash. Warning, large withdrawals take time. And no cashback bonus. Cut the crap, yes or no. Can withdraw to the nearest ATM or armored car. You grin. Old Zhang, get everyone to gather every fire extinguisher and every emergency light in the building. We're throwing a bonfire party.
10 minutes later.
On top of Tianhang Tower, a huge bonfire is burning. In this pitch-black CBD, the flame seems weak, but it stands out. You stand on the edge of the roof, holding an old megaphone. Take a deep breath and shout toward the dark plaza below. At tens of thousands, lost in the blackout crowds, you shout out loud, "People of Heishi, I'm Lu Ming." Your voice echoes down the empty street. The Zhao group cut your power and killed your internet. They want to freeze this city. They want us to give up. People below start to stir. A sea of phone flashlights lights up, like a field of stars. But listen, tonight there's not just power, but also light. You throw your arm out wide. From the roof of Tianhang Tower, like rain, countless red bills come drifting down. They're not just paper. They're real money, actual 100 yuan notes. Millions of cash swirling in the night breeze, reflecting the bonfire's glow. Like a golden blizzard, the crowd goes wild. Screams and shouts drown out the whole block. Cash is cash? It's raining money. You grab the megaphone, your voice rough and wild. Listen, that's just a down payment. No net, no power. But I'm still here. My promise still stands. Now I'm buying something from you all. pointing at the well-lit Zhao building. I want to buy your anger, buy your strength. Everyone who goes to blockade the Zhao building, bring me back a single Zhao brick. I'll pay you 10,000 in cash. Anyone who cuts off their cables gets 100,000. Shout Zhao Wuji, pay up. And I'll give you 1,000. System check. You scream in your heart. You're gambling. Betting the system can recognize this raw face-to-face. Deal based on a spoken contract. Large-scale labor hiring detected. Payment by cash and oral promise. Judged as valid. Purchase complete. Item: riot and massive social influence. System interface explodes. Special event. Title bonus by 5,000%. Cashback can't settle instantly. But your numbers soar in the background. Right now, you're not after cashback. You're after chaos. The crowd below goes insane. A moment ago it was wild for cash. Now it's organized madness. Tear down the Zhao building, 10,000 a brick. One brick, charge. A tidal wave of tens of thousands. On this dark rainy night, like a horde of zombies fueled by cash, roaring toward the Zhao building. The towering Zhao building looks tiny before this sea of people. Zhao Group's top floor. Zhao Jianhuo drops his cigarette on the carpet, leaving a burn mark. He stares in fear out the window, at the countless flashlights, hearing the deafening roar from below.
He's crazy, totally insane.
Zhao Jianhuo is trembling. He actually used cash to stir up riots. Does he have a death wish? Zhao Wuji collapses on the ground. He cut off the internet. He thought you were trapped, like a caged animal. But he forgot something. Before the internet, bounty hunters were the oldest trade humans had. You're standing at the edge of the rooftop, watching the fire dragon made of anger and greed, devouring its way to the Zhao Tower. The wind messes up your hair. You spread your arms wide, as if embracing this chaotic world. Young Master Zhao, you whisper. This is what money makes the world go round means. Suddenly, the system notification rings again. But it's not a cashback prompt. It's a black warning with a skull symbol. Warning: host's actions have severely disrupted real-world social order. Risk of causality backlash, 90%. System correction program initiated. Countdown speeding up, current time flow x2. You quickly look down at your watch. The normally ticking second hand now spins like crazy. 2:30, 2:29. 2:29 time is moving twice as fast. So your remaining 2.5 hours actually means just 1 hour and 15 minutes left. Even time is against me now? You bite your lip hard. Blood starts leaking out. All right, bring it on. In just 1 hour, I'm going to flip this world upside down. Rooftop countdown at Tianqing Tower, 2:29. Time flow x2. Wind getting stronger as the countdown speeds up. Red bills are still raining down, but your body shakes from the intense cold. You stare fiercely at the top right of your retina. That wild jumping countdown. The numbers flicker so fast they almost leave after images. What used to be 1 second now lasts just half a second. So that means what you thought was a comfortable 2.5 hours now only feels a little over an hour. And your account still holds 44 billion. If you can't spend it in time, when the countdown hits 0, you'll lose everything. And because of the so-called causality backlash, you'll be doomed forever. Damn it, you wipe rain and blood off your face. Zhao Jianhuo's internet and power cuts, plus the system's malicious speed up. It's like pushing you straight to the edge. Boss Lao Zhang climbs up to the rooftop, out of breath. He's holding a black device that looks like a pot lid. Found Jike, the outdoor streamer, in the crowd. He's got a modified Starlink terminal in his car. It can bypass local cell towers and connect directly to satellites in low Earth orbit. Your eyes light up. You grab the device. Where's Jike then? Counting money downstairs. I gave him 2 million in cash. He nearly kneeled and called me daddy. You quickly hook the terminal to your last, still working military laptop. Lights flash on your computer. Red, yellow, green network connected. IP address, California, it's online. Lao Zhang shouts with excitement. You don't cheer. Your fingers fly over the keyboard. Your eyes sharp like a killing machine. Lao Zhang, where's Zhao Group's biggest asset? Lao Zhang pauses. His brain searches fast. Zhao Group does real estate and logistics in China. that those are heavy assets. Even if you order now, it's too late for the process. Their real cash cow is US stocks. Zhao Holdings Panasia Tech is listed on NASDAQ. Ticker symbol PAD. That's what Zhao Jianguo uses to move assets and launder money overseas. What time is it now? It's 2:30 a.m. This is when US stocks are most active in the afternoon. A wicked grin curls at the corner of your mouth. Nice. You open a dark trading interface. Back when you were on Wall Street, this was the dark web trading port you used. It's only for large offshore deals. 44 billion RMB. That's about $6 billion. You're staring at Panasia Tech's candlestick chart. The stock is at an all-time high. It's steady right now, like a greedy python coiled way up high. What are you trying to do? Old Zhang watches your move. He suddenly feels a chill run down his spine. 6 billion is a lot. But for a company worth 100 billion, dumping shares might not even make a splash. And if the other side has a market maker, we might get totally eaten up. Dumping, you sneer. That's what rookies do. You enter a string of complicated commands. I'm not buying shares. I'm buying options. Ultra out of the money expiring put options. Old Zhang's eyes go wide. Expiring puts? Finance guys call that buying a lottery ticket. Only if the price crashes in a short time. Like a cliff drop. Do those worthless scraps of paper suddenly rocket 100 or even 1,000 times? But if the price doesn't drop, or not by enough, your $6 billion just vanishes on the spot. Not even dust left. Are you insane? What if Xiao Jianguo props up the market now? He can't save it. You point to the chaos and fire outside. The crowd attacking Zhao Group HQ. System prompt. You silently recite, Host 1. Detecting short-selling Zhao Group-related stocks. Related event. Host triggered a riot by tossing out cash, causing mayhem at Zhao Group HQ. Result. This is a full-scale war. Physical attack combined with financial shorting, spending confirmed. You take a deep breath. Your finger hovers over the Enter key. All in with 44 billion. Since you like shady moves, young Master Zhao, I'll show you what a dimensional attack means. Hedge fund trading room, Wall Street, New York. Time, 1:30 p.m. Yes. A sleepy afternoon session gets shattered by blaring alarms. What the hell is that? A senior trader shouts, pointing at the screen. On the big board, Panasia Tech's options pool is suddenly flooded by huge sell orders. Not sell orders. Someone scooping everything up. All the put options. No matter the price. No matter the premium. If anyone sells, someone buys. $6 billion flowing in. An anonymous account from the Cayman Islands. Who is this? Are they buying the whole options pool in 10 minutes? Are they betting Panasia Tech will go under before close? This is basically free money. Just as the Wall Street crowd laughed at the big spender. A breaking news alert instantly froze the whole trading floor. Breaking news: China, offshore Zhao Group headquarters, is under heavy riots. A crowd is attacking the building. Power is cut, and a major financial crisis seems to be erupting. Photo: Zhao Tower in darkness, surrounded by fire. People waving cash and bricks everywhere. It's like the end of the world. This news came from you. That 1 million was for a hacker group in the new mercenary force. They used overseas servers to push it to Bloomberg terminals in sync. Pure panic, purest fear. Traders who were laughing instantly went pale. Sell now. Panasia Tech stock. The news is real. Zhao Group's stronghold is down. This stock is going to zero. Run. On the candlestick chart, the smooth red line suddenly drops like a broken kite, plummeting straight down. 500 points triggered halt, then 10%, then 30%. Circuit breaker. Trading resumes. Still dropping hard, minus 50%. Meanwhile, in your account, those options that were only worth pennies are now exploding at 1,050, even 100 times. On the rooftop of Tianxing Tower, you watch your screen, that green death line representing the Zhao fortune, and start laughing out loud. Your laughter is shredded by the winds, making it sound even more chilling. Amount spent, 44 billion yuan. System detects financial leverage effect. This purchase caused catastrophic results. Calculating multiplier. Base 1000% times destruction bonus 200%. Rebate amount. The numbers are spinning like crazy. This time, the number is so big it goes off screen. 880 billion yuan. 880 billion is beyond money now. It's enough to buy a small country's GDP. But you have no time to celebrate, because you see, the countdown, rushing down insanely fast. System warning. Due to hosts sparking global financial turmoil, the law of causality is hitting back harder. Time flow x remaining time, 1:15. Your grin freezes on your face, 4 times speed. Your life is draining away like sand in an hourglass. It's pouring out wildly, with 880 billion in your hands. You've got less than 20 minutes left in life. You suddenly spit a mouthful of blood, staining the keyboard. Your vision starts to blur. Your body is about to collapse. This is your body hitting its limits. It's the price for being a big spender. Old Zhang runs over to catch you, shocked to see your hair rapidly turning white before his eyes. That's a sign of life force burning out. I'm fine. You push old Zhang away, shaking as you wipe off the blood from your mouth. 800 billion still isn't enough. Your eyes are glassy. But that obsession is still nailed in your mind. Old Zhang, is Zhao Jiangwo still struggling? Old Zhang checks the info on his phone, his voice shaky. Zhao Group's stock crashed. But Zhao Jiangzhe pulled all his Beijing connections. The army is stepping in now. A massive rumble comes from outside. Not police cars. It's armored vehicles. A dozen riot-armored vehicles force back the riot crowd. Heavily armed soldiers lock down the Zhao Tower and start pushing toward Tinqing Tower. Zhao Jianggo is a sly old fox, after all. He played his last trump card, power. Faced with pure power, money-fueled riots are just bubbles. Lu Ming, you have to run now. Old Zhang shouts, crying. If you don't, it's too late. They're going to shoot you on the spot for financial terrorism. You lean on the railing, staring at the cold steel monsters below. Where could I even run? When the countdown's over, it's death. Getting caught means death too. If I don't run, stand up straight. Your half-white hair whips wildly in the wind. You look like a king at the end of his road. Zhao Jiangzhou's using his power to crush me. Then I'll just buy that power. Old Zhang, help me contact someone. Who? The one who supposedly runs the city's underground network? The shadow even the Zhao family fears. Mayor 9. Old Zhang hears Old 9 and nearly loses his mind. That's someone who eats people alive. No one knows where he is. I know you raised your phone. With that 880 billion. It feels like the system's permissions leveled up too. On your retina, a golden radar covers the whole city. That's the sense of money. Wherever the biggest desire is, that's where Old 9 is. He's in the slums up north. You turn and head for the rooftop. At the edge, there's the helicopter Zhao left behind. Can you fly it? If not, then learn now. You jump into the cockpit. Spend 44 billion for all skill piloting. The skill book instantly uploads into your brain. The blades start spinning. The wind's so strong, Old Zhang can't open his eyes. What are you going to do? I'm making one last deal with the devil. If I don't come back, donate this 800 billion to the orphanage for me. The chopper lifts off, like a lone black eagle, charging into the pitch-black night before dawn, deep inside the dragon house in the northern slums. Countdown 0:45. Time flow 8x. Just 5 minutes left. Time's gone crazy now. Your heartbeat is pounding against your ribs. Every breath hurts. At 8x speed, every minute for you burns up 8 minutes of a normal life. The chopper slams down onto the only open ground. In the slums, the massive wind knocks over nearby shacks. You stumble out of the helicopter, holding 2 huge metal cases. They're not filled with cash, but with pure gold. You just traded for them through the system store mid-flight. For someone like Old 9, digits mean nothing. Only gold is real. The slum is dead silent. Countless eyes in the dark, watching this man who fell from the sky. One want to see Old 9. You shout. Your voice is rough. No answer. Just an old man in a dirty tank top, squatting by the road, washing greasy mahjong tiles. You rush over, grab the old man's collar. Tell me where Old 9 is. The old man looks up with cloudy eyes, grins wide. Hey kid, no need to get so mad. You're looking for old 9. Did you make an appointment? I've got this. You kick open the 2 metal cases. They flip open under the dim streetlight. Gold light instantly fills the whole street. That's 200 kilos of gold. The old man's eyes narrow. He slowly gets up, wipes the water off his hands. Follow me. The old man leads you through the winding alleys. Finally, you stop at a plain, run-down basement door. He opens it. Inside is a different world, a huge space filled with surveillance screens, showing every corner of Heishi City. A corner, and in the very center, on a dragon throne, sits, not a vicious gangster boss, but a little girl who looks about 10 years old. She's wearing a red dress, hugging a one-eyed teddy bear, swinging her legs, and eating a lollipop. The signature is you. The girl's voice is crisp, but carries a weight beyond her years. The maniac trying to overturn the city at sea. You're stunned. This is Boss 9. System alert. SAS rank key person detected. Darknet brain. An info broker. A maintainer of the underground order. No time for talk. You glance at the countdown. 0:15. Only 2 minutes left. I have 800 billion. You kneel on the ground, panting hard. Every breath foams at your lips. I want to buy Zhao Jiangguo's life. I don't want to let him off easy. You lift your head, tears in your eyes. I want to buy the whole city's attention. The girl tilts her head. You want to go viral? You point to the surveillance monitors. I want you to hack every screen in the city. Phones, TVS, billboards, even taximeters. In the next 10 minutes, I want all 20 million people here to see me. Hear me. I'm going live. The girl laughs. She jumps down from the throne, walks to the pile of gold and gives it a kick. This deal is interesting. But 200 kilos of gold isn't enough. I have 800 billion. It's all in the account. You can take it all. I don't want your money. Your money is watched by the Zhao family. Sending it to me is just trouble. The girl steps up to you, sticks out her lollipop hand, and points at your chest. I want your luck. I can see it. There's something crazy on you, burning through your life. After these 8 hours, you might die, or maybe become a god. If I help you, after these 8 hours, whatever you have left, I want half of it. Deal? You don't hesitate. Deal. The girl grins, showing sharp little canines. She snaps her fingers. Hey, boys. Get to work. Let all of Heishi watch this brother's show. Countdown. 0:05. 3 a.m. Just as Zhao Jianguo's armored car was about to crash open the Tianqing Tower's front gate, the whole city suddenly lit up. Not lights, but screens. Phones everywhere light up on their own. No matter how you shut them down, they stay on. Big screens at malls, office building glass walls, subway TVs, even the GPS in Zhao Jianguo's car. All the screens show the same thing. Only one face on every display. Wild white hair, eyes glowing in a chilling way. The looming system, at this last moment, seems to sense this crazy spike in traffic and suddenly shakes to its core. Warning. Host. You are spending influence instead of money. System logic restructuring. Upgrade complete. Phase 2 divinity mode unlocked. New rule. Influence equals money. Whole city watching now. 20 million people online. Conversion rate. 1 influence, 1 energy point. You look at your retina, where the countdown suddenly turns gold. Time that was racing by stops. 0 to 0. Time freezes at the final 10 seconds. Is it a gift from the system? Or your last flash before the end? You face the camera. Face this city of 20 million people. Face Zhao Jianguo and Zhao Wuji watching live. And speak slowly. Your voice, through Boss 9's hacking, rings out across every corner of the city, like a divine message. Good evening, Heishi City. I'm Lu-Ming, just a rich guy. Zhao Jianguo, are you watching? On the screen, you hold up a black card, and right in front of 20 million people, you snap it in half. I don't want the last 80 billion on this card. The whole city erupts. Zhao Jianguo's eyes go wide in his car. What is he doing? You flash a crazy smile, the system arcing with wildness. I'm about to make one final purchase. Turn this 800 billion into a wish for every person in the city. Starting now, for the next 10 seconds. Anyone watching this live stream, if you wish in your heart for the Zhao Group to fall, I'll give you 10 grand. Instant payout. It's not a financial bomb. It's a causality weapon. 20 million people, 10 grand each. That's 200 billion. You can afford it. But this isn't just money. It's power from 20 million minds. On that mysterious system screen, you see a vast golden energy flow, like a dragon from the sky, roaring into reality, aimed at the Zhao Group's fate. Make your wish for money and for justice. Countless families in front of their screens. Countless bystanders. Countless small business owners bullied by Zhao Group. They look at you on the screen and at the payment notifications on their phones, even without wishing yet. The money's there. Let Zhao Group fall. Someone shouts it out. Down with Zhao Group. 10, 1,000, 10 million voices. An invisible wave of horror sweeps over the whole city. Crash the cup in Zhao Jiangwo's hand breaks. Then he looks on in terror as the golden aura once shining above his head, in that instant, is torn apart by 20 million unseen hands, ripped to shreds. No, impossible. Zhao Jiangwo clutches his chest and coughs up blood. System alert, epic wish granted. Zhao Group's fate has been wiped. Causality effect triggered. All the Zhao Group's core evidence has been auto-sent to the Supreme Court. Zhao Jiangwo suffers a stroke. Zhao Wuji crashes his car. On the screen, you watch it all happen. Smiling, exhausted but content. Final 1 second. 0.01 tenth of a second. Time's up. You close your eyes, falling backwards. In a shower of golden lights, you seem to hear that icy system voice with emotion for the first time. Congrats, host. You cleared the game. Deep underground in the unknown. Special containment ward.
Time.
24 hours after the system countdown ended. You feel like you're floating in a white Dead Sea. Your body is light as a feather, but heavy as if filled with lead. No sound, no pain. You can't even feel your limbs. Your heart rate is back to normal. But your brain activity is off the charts. It's maxed out. That thing is still in your head, undetectable. But after last night's full live broadcast, your cerebral cortex developed a strange crystallization disorder. Like holding a burnt circuit board, muffled voices come through. You suddenly open your eyes. Blinding shadowless light makes you tear up instantly. You instinctively try to raise your hands to block it, but you hear sharp metal clanging. Your wrists and ankles, even your neck, are chained to the operating table with heavy alloy cuffs. Around you is a group in full biohazard suits, holding strange instruments, staring at you like you're some alien. Awake. Target is conscious. Inject sedative. Hurry, someone shouts in panic. You try to struggle, but realize you're completely empty inside. That golden energy that once filled your body, made you feel you could control everything, is gone without a trace. System, you silently repeat. Total silence. No familiar robotic voice. No red countdown. No crazy jumping balance numbers. Your retina is clear, like the system never existed. Was it all a hallucination? You smirk at yourself. Were those wild 8 hours? The 44 billion, the wishes of 20 million people. Just a dying dream. Right as the sedative needle is about to jab your neck, suddenly, a faint electric buzz sounds in your brain. It's not cold like before. This time, the voice has a raspy, unstable electric tone, like static from an old radio. System reboot complete. V2.0 official settlement report generated. Your pupils shrink. Not a dream. Host looming, current state. Body severely overdrawn. Gene lock unlocked. E level. Last game S rank. Perfect clear. Current asset balance $0. Staring at the glaring zero. You're stunned. No money. Where's the 800 billion? That means the last game was just the newbie trial. All funds were experience credits. Experience credits reset after the game. But assets and karma purchased by the host are kept. Current assets, full CB district land contracts. Stock and bond status. Under judicial freeze. Zhao Group wreckage. Luck has been swallowed. Waiting for transfer. 3. Faith anchor status of 20 million citizens. Incubation warning. Host lost newbie protection. Now facing S-level threat, national machine. Film family, multinational capital. New mission released. Survive, you laugh. Your laugh echoes sharply in the silent operating room. Doctors are creeped out by your laughter. Hands holding needles are trembling. Is he crazy? You stop laughing. Your gaze pierces through the lights, almost looking at some presence in the void. I get it now. Just left newbie village. Equipment confiscated. But got all sorts of god-tier buffs. Then you're thrown right into a swarm of max-level enemies. Now this is the real game. Don't bother. You speak, your voice hoarse, but carrying a terrifying pressure. That drug doesn't work on me. The lead professor freezes for a second, then asks sternly, do you know where you are? You're the main culprit for last night's collapse in CBD. We're now suspecting you have some kind of high-tech. That BioBrain chip could actually help you. The culprit. You turn your locked neck just a little. A playful look in your eyes. You should be thanking me. I'm the one who got rid of that cancer from this country. That's the law's job, not an excuse for you to start riots. The old professor shouts in anger. You have any idea how many people got hurt because of you last night? Do you get how much economic damage that caused? 800 billion. That's 800 billion in bad debt. Global stock markets are all crashing. That's a quake of the old world. You close your eyes, feeling that small power inside you. It's weak but slowly coming back. I want to talk to your highest boss. You're not qualified. Boom. The whole underground base suddenly shakes hard. The operating room lights wobble. Dust is falling everywhere. Alarm. Unknown armed force attacking the base perimeter. First line of defense is breached. They're packing heavy firepower. That's Zhao family's private army. No, they're mercenaries.
It's chaos in the operating room.
But you open your eyes. A glint of gold flashes in them. You know who's here? At the end of the last game. That thing you bought. It wasn't just Zhao Jianguo's life. You also bought a mercenary group during the live stream last night. You posted a bounty on the dark web. Anyone who breaks me out of top-tier prison gets 10 billion as a reward. Paid a 1 billion deposit upfront. That billion deposit was all you had left in demo funds. And the other 9 billion is up to your skills now? Looks like my bodyguards are here. You pull hard. Your system-boosted body explodes with power. Even the alloy shackles meant to hold an elephant snap apart right at the connector. Doctors all scream in terror. You sit up. Roll your stiff wrists. That skinny body of yours, now covered in muscle lines, with golden light faintly flowing under your skin. Give me my clothes. You point at the patient gown on the rack. The old professor drops to the floor in fear. Shaking, points at the door. Don't go out. SWAT teams everywhere. I don't need to run. You put on the big striped gown. Stand in front of the OR camera and give it your signature smile, just like on last night's live stream.
Hey, bosses.
I know you're watching. You speak calmly. The Zhao Empire is done. Now you all want this juicy meat. But none of you can eat it, because all their main assets are under my name. Without my fingerprint and iris, they're nothing but scraps of paper. Now, 2 options. Kill me. 800 billion in assets. Locked forever.
Global financial crisis goes on.
We all die together. Second, you hold up 2 fingers. Work with me. Give me freedom. Give me an identity. I'll help you fix order again. On the monitor's end.
In a Beijing meeting room,
A few high-ranking officers, staring dead serious at this young man. After a long silence, the one in charge puts out his cigarette. Pull back the SWAT. Let him out. In this era, maybe we really do need a madman. At the former Zhao Corp HQ on the sea, 48 hours after the system reboot, this building once stood for ultimate power in Haisheng. Now it's scarred everywhere. The exterior glass wall, shattered through the riots 2 days ago. The lobby still has burn marks from the fire. But today, the place is packed full of fancy cars with all kinds of privileges. Gold license plates, army, consulate.
even.
A few unmarked black armored cars. Those belong to the real tycoon families. Because today, you're here to hold a one-of-a-kind asset auction. The ballroom's got drafty windows. and a flipped carpet. But no one dares complain. Hundreds of kingpins who run this country's economy all quietly sit on folding chairs, waiting for you to show up. You wear a borrowed black suit. Your once white hair is now grayish, tied loosely back. You sit at the main table, no auction gavel in hand, just a sledgehammer found in the ruins. Everyone, you knock the hammer. A crisp sound silences the crowd. Welcome to Tower Zero. I'm the new landlord here, Lu Ming. Countless dagger-like stares from below, with greed, with hate, and cold scrutiny. Zhao Wuji's almost dead from the crash. But the rest of Zhao family is still here. A middle-aged man in a suit stands up. Lu Ming cut the act. The authorities only let you out for now, but you're buried in huge debt. Zhao's assets may be under your name, but they're negative assets. The banks all want their money. How will you pay it? With your life. You just give him a glance. System scan, Zhao Sihai, Zhao family branch. Assets, 3. Desire, 90. Zhao fourth uncle, right? You smirk lightly. Who said I'm gonna pay those debts? The place erupts. Oh, money, pay it back. That's just how it works. If you don't repay, the banks can file bankruptcy right away and auction all these assets. Let them sell then. You spread your hands. Zhao Corp's assets now. Hundreds of unfinished towers. Tens of thousands of people still need paychecks. And a mountain of bad debt. Who wants that? Who dares take it? The room goes dead silent. Yeah, Zhao Corp is nothing but a bomb now. Whoever grabs it gets blown up. So I'm not here to sell assets. You stand up. The projector screen lights up behind you. Just a huge QR code on it. I'm here to sell privilege. What's this? Somebody asks. This is something I made, called Tycoon Simulator. You point right at the QR code. Everyone here has money. But spending it, not so fun. There's regulators, compliance checks, media pressure, but I have the ultimate cash channel the system left me. Just put your money in here, every single purchase. I give you cause and effect protection. Want illegal goods? Want a gray deal? Want to go offshore, no one tracking you? Use my channel. I take a 10% service fee. I guarantee your safety. The whole room is stunned. This is a blatant challenge to the law. You're also building an underground financial empire. What makes you so sure? Zhao Sihai snaps angrily. Who do you think you are? Just with this. You snap your fingers. Suddenly, the banquet hall doors swing open. A group of armed men in black walk in. Leading them is none other than Uncle Zhu from the slums. He's sitting on a big guy's shoulders, with a lollipop in his hand. Behind him are several foreigners. They're representatives of Wall Street's top investment banks, and a steward for Middle Eastern royalty. Uncle Zhu is already in? You say calmly. The Rothschild family has put down a deposit too. The Saudi royals just made $5 billion in profit. As collateral, in this world, capital knows no borders. I control the underground network left by the Zhao family, plus Uncle Zhu's info network. And you point at your head. This brain right here can bring down a conglomerate overnight. So do you want to go against me? Watch your stocks turn to trash? Or join me and split this new world? Total, dead silence. Until the old golden circle guy who's been quiet stands up. He's wearing a simple Zhongshan suit, but that suit carries more weight than all the designer brands here combined. Old Mr. Lu Ming speaks. His voice is loud. You're bold, but the country won't allow. An underground central bank out of control. I know. You look at the old man, eyes clear. So I have a second product. The screen changes. Photos pop up, shocking to look at. Abandoned buildings in the slums. The poor who can't afford medicine. Charge that 10% service fee. I don't take a penny. Your words stun everyone. Half goes to the state as a special tax. The other half funds the Tycoon Charity Foundation, just to fix all the messes left behind. Pay the workers, finish the buildings. I'm helping the country keep order. I'm helping the rich redeem themselves. I'm helping the poor survive. You look the old man in the eyes? Word by word. That's my plan for a common prosperity. Do you think this deal is worth it? A flash of gold in the old man's eyes. This kid is not just crazy. He's a genius politician. He's tied the black, the white, the gray, all interests together. Made a community of interests that can't be broken? After a long pause, the old man slowly reaches out. He takes out his phone. How do you download it? Those words are like a starting pistol. Zhao Sihai looks defeated. He collapses in his chair. He knows the Zhao family is finished. And the other tycoons scramble to pull out their phones. All start scanning the code, afraid to be too slow, and get shut out of this new power circle. You watch the wild crowd below. You still have that calm smile, but your hand behind your back is shaking. Cold sweat soaks your back. System, crisis resolved. Host has established a real-world anchor. Tycoon Simulator is now live. Current users, 108. A $50 billion fund unlocks Phase 3 features. Desires take shape. You breathe a sigh of relief. You beat the odds empty-handed and trapped a pack of wolves. Uncle Ju jumps on stage just then. He leans in close to you and whispers just for you two to hear. Big bro, you tricked them. That account has no causal protection. It's just a regular offshore account. You lower your head, looking at him, your eyes full of depth. As long as they believe it exists, then it does. That's what finance is all about, confidence. And you touch the voice recorder you always keep in your pocket. The real reason. It's coming soon. What does that mean? Jiuye blinks. Why do you think the system is called Paradox? You look out the window. Dark clouds are gathering. Looks like another downpour is coming. Because money itself is a paradox. The more you spend, the more you have. Save more, end up with less. Right now I'm the one running this paradox. Suddenly, the ballroom doors swing open again. Someone unexpected walks in, dressed in white, covered in bandages, sitting in a wheelchair. Zhao Wuji's not dead, but his eyes hold no more hatred for you. There's just a strange obsession now. Looming, Zhao Wuji calls out hoarsely. Count me in. I know the system's secret. You think you're the host? No, you're just container 108. Your pupils contract sharply. A red exclamation pops up on your system screen. Warning, traitor detected. Hidden main quest unlocked. War of the Gods. The other's ID, failed previous system host. You look at Zhao Wuji. So that's how it is. Turns out there's more than one cheater in this world. And Zhao Wuji is the one who messed things up before. Welcome, grab your hammer. That's Zhao Wuji making his entrance. Nearly cost you half your life. 50 hours since the system reboot. The vault's thick blast doors slowly shut, blocking out all outside noise. Here used to be stuffed with swords collected by Zhao Jiangguo, gold bars, antiques, foreign currency, cash. But now it's empty. Only a giant round table sits in the center, surrounded by a few servers glowing blue. You're at the head of the table, fiddling with the bent iron hammer in your hand. Across from you, Zhao Wuji sits in his wheelchair. And lying on the table is Jiuye, playing with a Browning pistol. It's a bizarre crew. A young crazy billionaire, an ousted prince, and an underground intel queen. Alright, you put the hammer on the table with a heavy thud. Let's talk about the War of the Gods. And this so-called Container 108. Zhao Wuji struggles to readjust his position. A bit of blood soaks his bandages. His gaze is no longer proud. Now it's just the emptiness of facing death. You really thought you were the chosen one? Zhao Wuji's voice is rough, like he's talking through sandpaper. 5 years ago, I thought the same. Back then, my system was called Omni-Industrialist. The rule was, as long as I built things, I'd get 10 times their value in cash back. You raise your brow. So, how'd you lose? Greed. Zhao Wuji gives a bitter grin. I built factories non-stop, hoarded raw materials, and monopolized the supply chain. My assets once topped everyone offshore. But on the day I almost became the world's richest man, the system gave me a new mission to devour. It told me to eliminate all my rivals, not just in business, but physically. I hesitated. Zhao Wuji points to his own legs. The system said I lacked willpower. It forcibly stripped the system from me. The price? My legs, plus 90% of the Zhao family's luck. From that day on, my foolish father took over and turned a good business into a giant scam. So the system is picking people, not raising tigers. Jiuye suddenly jumps in.
He jumps off his chair.
Face still so young, yet showing a chill way beyond his years. As far as I know, In this world, there's more than one system host at a time. Some are rich, some are killers, some are doctors, even politicians. Every system plants a seed. That seed needs nutrients to sprout. And nutrients G points at the ceiling. Right above us is the bustling CBD. That's the order holding this world together. You go silent. You recall the law of causality, snapping back. How you burned 80 billion overnight. 800 billion gone. In the system's eyes, you're just here to stir up chaos, to shatter order. So what's the war of the gods about? Fear flashes through Zhao Wuji's eyes. When any host reaches level, like you just did, the system unlocks kill permissions. Other hosts sense you exist. And if they hunt you down, they take your system to evolve further. And it's not just the hosts. Zhao Wuji points at the big screen on the wall. The bigger threat is from those monsters without systems. The screen lights up. It's a map of super complex global money flows. Data was steady before, but now like fish swarmed by sharks. Everything's being sucked toward one point. That point is the tycoon simulator you just activated. See it? Zhao Wuji sneers. Wall Street just made a move. Alert. Detected massive scale quant attacks. Origin. NYC Leviathan Quantum Hedge Fund. Type of attack? High frequency short selling plus draining liquidity. Funds are fleeing at over 1 billion per minute. You say the name Leviathan to yourself. That legendary sea monster. It's an AI built by several Wall Street giants. A quantum AI. And as a former Wall Street elite, of course you've heard of it. It trades at the fastest speed on the planet, spotting pricing errors in microseconds, devouring the opposition like a ghoul. Sure, the tycoon simulator pulled in billions. But against Leviathan, a nuclear-level financial weapon, you're just a kid with a stick, up against a full-on tank. They're shorting your credibility. Jiuye mashes the keyboard quickly. Red crash lines fill the screen. Offshore, they're dumping the bonds of Tower Zero like crazy, spreading panic. The moment your pool is drained, all those rich clients who just put in cash will yank out their money, freaked out. No need for the system to do anything. Angry mobs will tear you apart. You stare at the screen. In just 10 minutes, 100 billion has vanished from the pool. In the app's backend, you get hundreds of messages from VIP users. Why can't I withdraw my money? Heard your offshore accounts just got frozen in the US. Financial panic spreads faster than any virus. Zhao Wuji looks at you. Well, desperate yet? That's how they killed me too. No matter your skills, when financial capital strikes, you're just a pig waiting for slaughter. You stay silent. Close your eyes and enter the system interface. Phase 3, manifestation of abilities and desires ready. Current available energy influence, 80 million points. Zhao Wuji, open your eyes. Deep in your pupils, it looks like golden flames are burning. You lost because you only play inside the rules. But you stand up. Suddenly, your aura bursts out. Even Ninth Master almost drops his gun. I'm best at flipping the table. Ninth Master, connect me. Leviathan's control terminal. Ninth Master is stunned. That's a quantum encrypted intranet. You can't get in. I don't need to get in. Just connect the voice channel. You sneer. I want to call those Wall Street vampire geezers. Make a call. 5 minutes later, a heavily encrypted phone line is forcibly connected. On the other end of the call, a voice comes through. A young man speaking English with a Boston accent. Who is this? I'm Lu Ming. Listen, I know you're shorting me. I know what you want. You just want money, right? Money? The other side laughs. The laughter is full of disdain. Mr. Lu, you're too naive. We represent global order. Uncontrolled variables like you have to be erased. Your assets will hit 0 in 10 minutes. Really? You glance at the countdown. Desire manifestation. Activate target. Greed effect range. Leviathan fund trading room. Then I'll take a gamble with you. Your voice suddenly turns deep, like a devil from hell. I bet you won't let me die. Across the ocean, inside a skyscraper in New York, dozens of top traders suddenly feel a chill down their spine. They're shocked to realize the air seems filled with a black mist. That's you using the system, turning greed into reality. And sending mental pollution across half the globe. If I die, all the dirt I hold on the global offshore money laundering network will be sent to tax authorities worldwide in 1 second. You start making up lies, but mixed with desire, spin it as a joke. To them, this lie feels like absolute truth. I've got a nuke buried under building O. If my heartbeat stops, this place turns to rubble. Along with all the money you invested gone too. Silence on the other end. Greedy black mist grows in their hearts. Killing you earns them a short fee. But if you're telling the truth, what they lose is total control of the underground financial network. Their voice trembles a little. No, I'm making a deal with you. You look at the falling curves on the screen. Flip and go long now. Push my bond prices up. In return, I'll give you a 5% dry share of Tycoon Simulator. That's your tactic, pulling some enemies to fight the others. Wall Street isn't all one piece. If the profit is big enough, they'll even cut the rope meant to hang themselves. 5%? The other side hesitates. With greed intensified by the black mist, 5% feels like mountains of gold and silver. Deal. The other side finally agrees. Next second, the red waterfall line on the screen stops instantly. Then, a huge green candlestick shoots up, straight up to the clouds. Up 10%. Add 20%. Add 50%. The pool flows back instantly, even higher than before. Add 20 billion. Zhao Wu. The crowd was stunned. What did you just do? You actually gave them shares? You hung up, wiped cold sweat from your forehead. That burst of raw desire just now drained half your mental energy. Your head is splitting, totally spent. You collapsed in the chair. You weakly cursed and laughed. That was an empty promise. By the time they figure it out, I'll have already turned the money into real assets. The mention of real assets made your eyes narrow. Money is just numbers. It can be shorted any time, only if you control energy. Do you control destiny? Juyue. Check if any energy tech companies are about to go bankrupt, but still have huge potential. Juyue typed on the keyboard a few times. His eyes suddenly lit up. Yeah, there's one in the outskirts of Heishi, a lab called Extreme Change Future. They're working on controlled nuclear fusion, but they're burning through money too fast. Plus, oil giants are crushing them. Tomorrow they're getting liquidated. Nuclear fusion. A wild grin creeps onto your face. How much did it cost to buy in? Doesn't matter how much. You stand up, look toward the vault doors. I'm gonna show these Wall Street ghouls what true unlimited energy is. 60 hours after the abandoned industrial park system restart. This place is a giant warehouse, surrounded by barbed wire and weeds. On the rusty sign, the word future is peeling off, leaving extreme barely hanging on. When your convoy stops at the warehouse door, you're greeted by an old man with messy hair, in a white lab coat, holding a wrench.
His name is Dr. Li.
A madman in China's nuclear physics circles. But a genius too. Get out, all of you. Dr. Li swings his wrench around, eyes bloodshot. I said I'm not selling. This is humanity's future. You money-hungry leeches. Don't even think about scrapping my tokamak for junk. Clearly, he thinks you're a debt collector. You step out of the car. No chit-chat. You walk straight to that massive, Sifa-looking, but run-down ring-shaped machine. It looks like a steel donut, wrapped in thick cables all around, humming low and deep. Does this thing even work? Dr. Li froze for a second. Of course it works. In theory, it can keep Q above 1 for 100 seconds. But his hands drop in defeat. But there's no power left. I couldn't pay the electric bill. The grid cut the high voltage lines. No huge start current. And it's just scrap metal.
You nod.
Lao Zheng, how much does this lab owe? 300 million, mostly maintenance costs and loan sharks. 300 million. You take out your phone, fire up the rich tycoon simulator. Now, after pulling off that Wall Street reversal, you have $100 billion in liquid funds. Dr. Li, I'll give you $3 billion. You look at the old man. But the $3 billion isn't for your equipment. I'm buying your loyalty. What? Dr. Li drops his wrench. Light it up tonight. You point at the machine, and not just a basic startup. Crank the output to max. Even if it blows, that's fine. You're nuts! Dr. Li screams. Overloading will break magnetic containment. The whole lab will flood with high-temp plasma. Then let it melt. Your eyes show a near godlike coldness. A lot of trouble's coming for me tonight. I need a huge firework. Right then, a hole suddenly explodes open in the warehouse roof. A few tear gas grenades drop down, and in a flash, choking white smoke pours out. Ambush! Jews mercenaries yell, drones. Swarm plus ground troops. No insignia. They're assassins. Zhao Wuji shouts from his wheelchair, other hosts. They're here. They sensed your location. You don't move. Standing in front of that huge tokamak. White smoke swirling around you. System alert. F-class crisis detected. Hostile target. Assassin-type host. Cody name. Scorpion. Survive the mission. The main door gets blasted open. A squad in black tactical gear and full face masks rushes in. They're insanely fast. Obviously system enhanced too. The leader is holding 2 daggers glowing green. Poison enchanted weapons.
Lu Ming?
The killer's voice is filtered. Sounds robotic. Your bounty. Just hit a system core token on the dark web. Gonna need your head. To use Merc's fold against these superhuman killers. Like they're made of paper. They're wiped out in a second. Zhao Wuji whips out a modded SMG. Sprays wildly, but only slows them down for a moment. Hopeless. A true dead end. Dr. Li, bullets flying, doesn't dodge. He spins and yells, light it up. No power, how do I start it? Dr. Li clutches his head, crying under the console. I've got power. You tear open your shirt, showing your chest. There on your chest, nobody knows when it appeared, is a golden vortex tattoo. That's your system energy output point. Phase 3 active skill, energy conversion. Turns money and influence right into jewels. A hidden skill you just unlocked. Since money is energy, energy can turn into physical power too. The system burns all $100 billion in your pool. Your hands grip tight. The tokamak's superconducting coil interface. Terrifying golden currents burst from your body, flow down your arms, and surge into the sleeping steel beast. 100 billion RMB gone in an instant. For a split-second output of 1,000 gigawatt hours. The tokamak roars to life. No more humming. It's like a dragon's roar. In the massive ring-shaped vacuum chamber, the bronze plasma's at 100 million Celsius instantly. A blinding sun-bright plasma spins insanely in the magnetic field. Warning, magnetic field overload. Explosion imminent. Dr. Li sees the gauge numbers and literally forgets to breathe. The incoming killers freeze, feeling it. The air heats up fast. Their hair starts curling. Their skin tingles. He's gonna take us with him. Scorpion shouts in terror. Fall back now. When you stood in front of that artificial sun, it was already too late. Your body turned semi-transparent. Countless golden particles swirled around you. Right now, you're the very core of this machine. You want my system? You opened your arms, embracing that blazing fire. Then come and get it. Boom, a blue beam over 100 meters wide, shot through the warehouse roof, blasted straight into the sky. At that moment, the night sky over Heishi was lit up. It wasn't just light. A terrifying electromagnetic pulse spread out from the lab. It reached 50 kilometers in all directions. All the drones crashed instantly. The killer's high-tech gear all failed. Even the 2 electronic daggers in Scorpion's hand turned into useless scrap. But you, at the center of the blast, didn't die. In that 100 million degree heat, you saw a door made of pure code and light. For the first time, the system's voice was crystal clear, no longer robotic. It sounded like a tempting young woman. Congratulations, host. You've created the origin. Phase 3 complete. Phase 4. Omniscience will begin soon. What do you really want to become? The light faded. Amid the ruins, all the killers were on the ground. No one knew if they were alive. Only you remained standing, your clothes burned to ashes, with molten lines flowing on your skin. Your eyes, one turned pure gold, the other deep black. Zhao Wuji pushed off the rubble, looking at the man before him, godlike and demonic. Lu Ming, are you even human anymore? You look down at your palm, hovering there, a tiny, spinning blue fireball. That's tame nuclear fusion. You smiled. From this moment on, I'm no longer human. I am the master of energy. Tell the world. You looked far into the distance. At Heishi shrouded in black from the EMP. Tomorrow, when the sun rises over Heishi, electricity will only cost a cent per kilowatt hour. The old energy order will be finished. 72 hours since system reboot at the top of Building 0. The first dawn of the interstellar era. But today's sun seems dimmer than ever. Because in Heishi's northern suburbs, that huge blue beam piercing the clouds stole all the sun's glory. Giant Change Future Lab is now completely a massive energy tower. You didn't shut it down. Instead, through the system, you guided all that wild energy right into the city grid. The city's power load 1000%. Electricity price 1 cent kWh. Neon lights stay on even during the day. Factory machines are running wild. Even the homeless use free electric heaters on the street. This is a true energy carnival. And the funeral of the old order. You stand in front of Building 0's floor-to-ceiling window. You look normal now. But if people look close, they'll see under your skin faint blue streaks flowing. That's the sign of high concentration energy circulating inside you. Looming. Take a look. Old 9 tosses the tablet on the table. His face is grim. Global crude oil futures are negative now. A dozen coal giants went bankrupt overnight. The Middle East is already mobilizing troops. Wall Street is truly losing it this time. The screen is completely green. And among all that green, a few strange red dots appear around the world. They're here. Zhao Wuji, in his wheelchair, is wiping his hands with that oversized, wild-looking sniper rifle. He spent his last system points to get it for himself. It's a divine weapon. I can sense it. 5 S-class hosts. Ooh, you raised your eyebrow. Don't underestimate them. Zhao Wuji sneered. One is a biologist controlling the plague system. One is an arms dealer with the war system. And one's a media tycoon running the opinion system. They formed the so-called Council of Gods. For the past 100 years, they've kept order in this world. You're the one who disrupted the balance. Zhao Wuji raised his weapon, aiming at the sky out the window. They're here to clean house. Before he finished speaking, the sky above the city suddenly tore open. Not a physical tear, but like some force just ripped open space itself. 5 enormous, black coffin-like floating battleships just appeared out of thin air in the clouds. That's not something human technology could build. Those ships are from the system. Dimensional battleship alert. Conceptual level attack detected. Enemy unit, God of War. Attack method, full saturation firepower. Up in the sky, a rain of missiles poured down like a storm. Every single missile was glowing with a red system light, which means you can't intercept these with normal weapons. Those are guaranteed hit missiles. Zhao Wuji shouted. Lu Ming opened the shield. But you didn't move. You just watched the firestorm above. No fear in your eyes. Just a deep sense of sorrow. Leftovers from the old era. Still using such old-school greetings? You raised your right hand. Snapped your fingers. Face skill 3. Activate pricing system. I'm buying out this whole attack. Your calm voice carried across the room. Evaluating the value of the missile cluster. Total cost, $50 billion. Current host has energy currency available. Balance, unlimited. Payment complete. The next moment, something wild happened. Those thousands of missiles about to flatten the city suddenly froze in midair. That red light around them instantly turned to the gold of your faction. Then the missiles flipped around. Fair trade. You waved your hand and sent them back. So the missile swarm roared up even faster, blasting straight at the 5 black battleships in the sky. The sky lit up with a burst of fireworks. One of the ship's shields shattered, and it plummeted to the sea in smoke. Damn it! A furious roar echoed in the sky. It was a voice amplified by a speaker. Lu Ming, you think money makes you invincible? A man in a general's uniform was projected in the sky. That's the host of the war system. Money plays by the rules. But we are the rules. Release the plague! With his command, the air above the city turned green. A wave of toxic green mist started billowing from the city's sewers. Concept level virus, greed, plague alert. Detected sonic corruption. All infected will lose their minds. and attack anyone they see, snatching whatever they can. On the streets, citizens enjoying free electricity suddenly clutched their throats and collapsed. When they stood up again, their eyes were blood red. Gimme money, money. That's mine. All mine. People started biting each other. It instantly turned into a living hell. So this is your tactic? You looked at the horror below, with golden flames burning even brighter in your eyes, stirring chaos by exploiting human nature's flaws. Jiu Ye, turn around. At that moment, the little girl was fully focused on her supercomputer. What's the coverage of the Tycoon Simulator? 95% of the city has it installed. You took a deep breath. It's time to use the last trump card, the one you mastered. In your omniscient phase, system, activate full. Citywide cash drop mode. Target, every app user in the city. Amount, 100 million each. Ju's hand trembled. How much? 100 million per person. 20 million people. That's $2 quadrillion. Even with your reactor-sized energy pool, you can't just burn through it like that. And giving out that much cash would trigger instant hyperinflation. Who said I'm giving out real cash? A sly grin appeared at the corner of your mouth. I'm giving them digital currency that only buys the antidote. Command confirmed. Mass transfers initiated. Ding 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 right then. Both rioters and hiding civilians alike. Every phone in the city chimed at once. People checked their phones and saw that dizzying sum 100 million. Then, an offer popped up. Lazy antidote. Price, 100 million. Effect, removes every negative effect. Grants 10 minutes of Saint mode. That's your master plan. They made the plague with greed, so you'll outgreed the plague. Buy. The moment everyone saw the money, they hit the buy button without thinking. No thought involved, just reflex. Beams of golden light rose from every citizen's head. That was the light of a system transaction. Washing away the green fog, those bloodshot crowds, bathed in the golden glow, their eyes clearing up again, even turning peaceful. What came over me? Why was I trying to steal his money? Plague lifted, and with the same buff, the entire city fell into this uncanny utopian peace. A thief gave a wallet back to its owner. A thug threw away his pipe. And someone even started reciting poetry on the street. The Council of Gods was stunned. He used inflation to counter the plague. This lunatic, he's rewriting humanity's very core logic. Not done yet. You look to the sky. Since you won't come down, I'll head up. You stared at the tokamak device behind you, at the power transmission lines, and yanked out the cables connecting to the city. Now all the energy flows to you. Vast nuclear energy surged into your body. Your skin started to glow. Your clothes burst apart behind you. A pair of huge blue electric wings unfurled from your back. Ultimate form, God of Light flight mode active. You lifted off the ground, those massive wings blocking out the sun as you soared, turning into a meteor shooting upstream, rushing straight into the clouds. Stop him! Quick, stop him! The battleships in the sky panic and open fire. But all the laser blasts, the moment they hit your wings of light, are absorbed and neutralized. You're like a black hole, devouring every attack, and then getting even stronger. Boom! You crash straight through the first battleship, like a hot knife slicing through butter. The huge battleship breaks apart and explodes in midair. The second one, the third one. You dance in the sky. It's not a fight anymore.
It's a massacre.
A new god executing the old gods. Only the flagship is left now, God of War and Lord of Plague. Hide, trembling, in the command room, watching the golden figure getting closer on the screen. No, don't come over. We can negotiate. We can let you join the council. We can give you half the world. Crack the sound of reinforced glass shattering. You float outside the command room window, the light wings gently folding behind you. Your face is expressionless. Just that indifferent look, like watching ants. You reach out a finger and lightly tap the arrogant general's forehead. The world was always mine. Your lease just expired. Your finger flicks, but there's no earth-shaking explosion. Instead, reality blurs at the rules level. That flagship, along with everything inside, is like a drawing wiped away by an eraser. Slowly disappears into the air, Not even ashes remain. The sky turns bright blue again. Only you float high above, looking down at the masses below. But you don't feel the joy of victory, because you realize that system version number in the corner of your vision that you've always ignored suddenly changed. V2.0 official upgrade. V3.0 final version. Warning: host energy level has exceeded the threshold. Host judged as a new unstable factor. Final program starts recovery. You suddenly look up. The blue sky above splits open with a huge black crack. A massive mechanical eye slowly opens from the crack. It stares at you, like eyeing a ripe fruit. Edge of the universe world. The system core's concepts of space and time fail. You feel yourself rising, but not physically. It's dimensional ascension. Just now, the instant that giant mechanical eye appeared, your surrounding space was locked. No matter how much energy you have, before that higher dimensional being, you're just a stick figure on a piece of paper, just as powerless as a drawing to its artist. When you open your eyes again, you find yourself standing in pure white space. No sky, no ground, only endless whiteness. And in front of you floats a huge, ever-shifting geometric shape. Sometimes a cube, sometimes a sphere, sometimes an unknowable multi-dimensional structure. The geometric shape, no, 108, emits a voice. It's not something you hear, but a vibration in your mind. Your performance was beyond expectations. Among all previous hosts, you're the only one to push the money rule to the origin. You stand straight, tidying up a collar that doesn't really exist. Who are you, the host of the system? I am the paradox itself. The geometric shape answers. I was born from the desire of intelligent beings. You all want something for nothing. Want unlimited resources. Want control over fate. This collective subconscious created me. I chose you, gave you power to observe. When a life form has unlimited resources, destruction, or evolution, but the first 107 attempts all failed. They were either consumed by greed or tried to destroy the world. But you, the geometric shape, turned into a mirror, reflecting your face. You tried to build a world without scarcity. That breaks the fundamental laws of the universe. Endless energy with growing entropy means endless chaos. You made electricity in Heishi cost only a cent per kilowatt hour. Tomorrow, you'd make gold as worthless as scrap. Civilization would lose the drive to move forward. So the experiment ends here. As a reward, the system will assimilate you. You'll become a part of me and gain immortality. Your world will reverberate. Back to the second right before you got the system. Reverberate, and your pupils suddenly contract. So you're saying this will all disappear. Zhao Wuji will die. Grandpa Zhu will go back to the slums. And those 20 million will all become wage slaves again. Yes, it's necessary for universal stability. You lower your head and stay silent for a while. In the white space, only the buzzing of the spinning geometric shape can be heard. What if I refuse? You look up? No despair in your eyes. Instead, there's a wildness never seen before. You can refuse. Your power comes from me. I can take it back anytime. The geometric shape glows red. You feel the energy draining from your body. The pair of light wings fade away. The fusion spark also goes out. You're back to being just an ordinary human. That's so. You laughed. You reach into your pocket and pull out that old black recorder. You've always kept it with you. You just said you were born from human desire, right? You press play. There's no sound from the recorder. But at that moment, the whole wide space suddenly shudders violently. What are you doing? For the first time, the system sounds terrified. It's an IOU. You hold up the recorder. At the moment when you came up, you used your last bit of omniscient power to do one thing. You detonated the desires of all 7 billion humans. All at once. Weren't you going to take away my powers? Fine, but before that, I want to make one last deal with you. You step forward suddenly, closing in on the huge geometric shape with just a mortal's body. Yet in this moment, you burn brighter than any god. System, I want to buy you. You're crazy. Your balance is 0. What can you buy with that? I'll use this. You point behind you. The white space suddenly cracks open. Countless shadowy figures appear behind you. There's Grandpa Zhu, and Zhao Wuji, Dr. Li, those 20 million Heishi citizens, and all 7 billion beings on Earth. Their faces full of longing. The longing to live. The longing for freedom. The longing for happiness. All these longings come together like a vast river of stars. These 7 billion hopes for the future. Plus my life. And your ownership itself. That's my offer. If you refuse, I'll blow up those 7 billion desires. The huge backlash of causality will instantly tear this space apart and blast your paradox into pieces. We'll all go down together. The geometric shape trembles. It's calculated everything, except this one thing. Someone daring to gamble all of humanity. On the fate of a system, this is a deadlock. Either destruction or deal. What do you actually want? The system gives in. You smile. You reach out and gently touch the geometric shape. I don't want unlimited money or infinite energy. I want the chance to destroy that replay switch. Let this world keep moving forward. Even with chaos, even with pain, even if the sun never rises again. At least it's our own path. And then you look back at those shadows. Break down your source code into 7 billion parts. Spread it into every person's heart. You're creating gods. If everyone has a system, you shake your head. When everyone has a system, there is no system anymore. Then everyone's the main character of their own life. That's real fairness. Deal. The geometric shape lets out a long sigh. The white space collapses. A huge light swallows everything. Even your figure fades away in the light. You take one last look at this world. A smile of relief on your lips. This deal was a huge win. Hashi, Old Town, by the Jinshui Bridge convenience store. No idea how much time passed. Morning sunlight cuts through the mist, falling onto the damp street. Last night's riots and godlike fights now feel like a shared hallucination. There are still signs of battle in the city, but Building Zero still stands tall. The suffocating atmosphere is gone. The convenience store door opens. A young man in black hoodie comes in. He looks totally normal. Still a bit of dark circles under his eyes, holding an old recorder. Hey, boss, a bottle of water? The young man puts a coin on the counter. The clerk yawns and glances at him. $5. The guy opens the bottle and takes a sip. No countdown on his retina. No red balance. No system chime either. The system that stayed with him for 8 hours and changed the world is now gone. But he can feel, in every corner of the city, the pancake seller lady, the commuter rushing to the subway, the kid at school. In everyone's eyes, there's a faint golden glow. That's the seed of hope. Hey, buddy, seen the news? The clerk points at the TV on the wall. That huge lab said they succeeded or something? No more electricity bills anymore. And Zhao Group just randomly donated all their stuff to the state. Man, life changes fast. The young man smiles, but doesn't say anything. He turns and walks out of the store. It's a beautiful day. A few more bills in the beggar's bowl by the road, far at a construction site. Zhao Wuji sits in a wheelchair, directing the workers. They're building low-income housing. Grandpa Ju actually went to school with his backpack. Even if his bodyguards still secretly protect him. You stand by the street, take a deep breath. No more coppery smell in the air, just dirt and breakfast aromas. You pull out your phone. Check your WeChat balance, $5.50. Still the same number. But now you have everything. Time to find a job. You mumble to yourself. Gotta eat, after all. You carefully put the recorder back in your pocket, take a step, and melt into the busy crowd. Standing tall, walking lightly, and on that rain-washed street behind you. The puddles reflect the sky, clouds parting.